Good morning. This is such an exciting day. We are in the fanciest room at the temple. So we know something really special is going on if we're in the fanciest room of the temple. And I see the most important people in your family. Your family is sitting with you. So something really special must be going on today. If we're in the fanciest room and you're with the most important people in your lives. And I want to tell you a story of a brand new temple. They were building a brand new temple, and it was going to be the best, most special, most beautiful temple you've ever seen. And the leaders of the temple, they met with the architects who drew the plans, and then the architects met with the builders, and they started building this beautiful, beautiful new temple. And they wanted it to be the best. They wanted it to be the most inspiring place to pray. They wanted it to be the most comfortable and beautiful place to learn. And they wanted it to be a place that everybody could come and gather together, that everyone would feel comfortable, no matter why you were coming to the temple to study Torah, to learn in your classrooms, whether you were a child, whether you were a grown-up, it didn't matter. They wanted it to be the best temple ever. And so they started to build this magnificent temple. It had beautiful windows so you could always see outside. To be reminded of God's natural beauty. You could see trees and clouds and birds everywhere, every room you were in. And the spaces were neat and clean, and they just shined bright. And every little thing was thought about. There were places where the children would be able to put their artwork. There were comfortable places to gather when you were coming in. And if it was maybe hard for you to walk all the way in, they had a way for people to get in and a little closer. Every detail was thought about. They had giant, beautiful pillars so that when you walked in the door, you looked up and said, wow, it was amazing. And the sanctuary had red velvet seats. It was fancy. And when it came time for the completion of that beautiful, magnificent, extraordinary temple, they invited the whole community to come and see it. And so they came during the day. It was a day like this. It was sunny and bright, and they walked in, and they walked around, and they marveled. We can't believe this is our new temple. It was so exciting. It was one of the most beautiful things they had ever seen, and every member of the community helped to make it happen. And so as Shabbat came, the first Shabbat that they would get to gather and pray in their temple, just before the school would open, they said, everyone should come and we're going to have a beautiful service, and afterwards there's going to be an oneg, and there'll be cookies and fruit and sweet things to eat, so everyone has to come for Shabbat. So as the sun started going down, everyone started going to the temple. And they parked their cars, and they walked in, and they saw the gardens. And as the sun started going down and they gathered, people noticed the temple seemed a little dark. They figured, they haven't turned the lights on yet. So they walked in, and they're like, strange. And everyone started getting there. There was a large group of people, and they're standing in the entryway and can't really see what's going on. Where are the lights? Can you imagine? A brand new, beautiful, magnificent, extraordinary, every detail thought out, and you walk in and there are no lights on. Right, seriously, that's what happened. Somebody must have forgot the lights. And so it says, hey, someone turn on the lights. They tried to be patient, but they were so excited. They'd been waiting so long. And they started sort of reaching out to the wall to look for where the light switch, and they felt hooks. Nope, we just missed it. They're looking around, trying to find it. No light switch, only hooks. And there were a lot of hooks. And there were hooks that were sort of down here and hooks that were sort of up here. And the hooks were in the sanctuary and in the entryway and in the classrooms and in the offices, there's these little hooks everywhere. So the people were getting a little agitated. You know what agitated means? They're sort of like, something's not right here. They felt like something wasn't right. And so the rabbi, as everyone's gathering, said, welcome. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Our service is going to start in just a moment. Please come in and say, Rabbi, what is going on? There's no lights and it's getting dark because the sun has gone down and we're celebrating Shabbat and we can't find the light switches. Can you just turn on the lights? And the rabbi says, oh, it's your job to bring the light. Each one of you. You bring the light. When you come to this place, each and every one of you brings your light. And that's what will illuminate this space. It will illuminate it with brightness, yes, but also with joy and with sweetness and with kindness and with curiosity. Each one of you brings your light. And when you bring the beauty of who you are, perfectly who you are, you light up this place. And we celebrate that today. Our kindergarten students, you have brought your light. You brought your light here every single day. Every morning, even on days that you didn't feel so bright and light. Those days too, you brought your light. And on days that you were happy and joyful and playful and sweet and a little bit sassy, you brought your light. And it has lit up your classroom and our chapel and our playground and every space that you've been. And it has also lit up our hearts. And you see, the magic thing about bringing your light is that a part of the light always stays here because you've been here and part of your story is here. And wherever you go, you now carry your light with you. Your job is to be a shining ray of light, not because you have to do anything special, but just because of you. Just by being there, you add your brightness. And so today we celebrate and are so thankful to your families who have shared their lights with us. And as you go forth and you take your light to new places, we want to know all those cool things you're doing, so you're going to come back and tell us. And to remember this school that helped to kindle your light even brighter because we all do it together. And take your light into the world because the world needs your light. Mazel tov, congratulations, Shabbat Shalom.